Okay, I got in one of these for my Africa Twin here. I got in one of these center stands today. And I know there's been discussions of this because I've seen the discussions about installation, and this thing is almost plug and play. I mean, they've already made the recessed part here that you grease and put on this side, and then on the left side of the bike, it slips into a hole over. I'll show you in a minute, but they even send you the little rubber stops that you insert that protects against this stand hitting up against anything. But what everybody talks about, well, let me get over there first and show you. You can see how it pivots on that bolt there on one side. So you literally put it on that bolt. Now, one of the videos I watched showed you taking this bolt off so you could get it in there, but I didn't have that problem. Just work it back and forth, it'll slide over that. I didn't have to take that off. But some of them seem to think that you do. But I think if you work with it slowly, you'll be able to get it in there. Now let me get over here on the left side of the bike and show you this. Let me get some light. I want you to see. What happens is on this side, it slides in to this hole that's already here on your frame. And when it does, you put a washer and a circlip on there. And you can see that. So that part is straightforward. That's easy to follow. What everybody has a problem with is installing these two springs here that have to be installed. And you can see they go in opposite directions. On the front end, you make sure you turn one in, one out. In the reverse here, you can see one's coming this way, one's going the other way. Well, there's a lot of pressure there. So when you put this clip in here at the top, which sits up on a little ridge, you'll find it. You've got to stretch these springs from this piece to this piece here. And that's what gives you your pressure. And that's what everybody seems to have a problem with. And tonight I was looking at that and studying how I was going to stretch those springs and without using brute force and giving myself a hernia. And the easiest way to do it, and I mean it really is very easy and inexpensive. Let me show you what I did. I looked at all them other solutions that people come up with, and I think this is easier than those others. I mean, you literally can buy one of these, real inexpensive. All right, take that and get you one of these ratchet straps and put this on the end of that, like that. And then feed that up onto the end of your chain. Okay, and that's all I did. Of course, I went under here, under the chain, under the bike. But I essentially used this piece to hook that spring into. And then I used this other end of my ratchet, and I used this here on my tire. You can see how I fed it through the loop. Now, I didn't put it up there because I didn't want it to scrape up my rim, and I certainly didn't want to bend my spokes here. So, you know, position it where when it has a little pressure exerted, it's not going to get on those spokes. And do it this way, feed it this way so it's up under your tire. And you literally can take that and feed that and ratchet that. And you'd be surprised how easy. I mean, you just line that up on there and ratchet it, how easy that is to pull them. And once you pull them, and it don't take but a couple of presses and you'll be there. And when you do, just set it in place. And then you can take that little clip and just pull it right off. Then turn around and do your next one. I did the what I guess you'd call this bottom one first. And then I pushed my stand down and fed the second spring into the top part and just pulled this on the back. And when I pulled it around, you can see when I pulled it in, all I had to do is just literally pick that off and let it fall in place. You know. And that's all I had to use, and I didn't have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff really. You just use your little ratchet. Everybody's got one of them around. Get you one of these little locking rings or some little something that will let you hold from this side of your ratchet onto the spring, whatever you use, just so you have some force to pull it. Then you want to remove this. So once you release that ratchet, that spring will fall in place, and then just pull that off. You can take a pair of pliers and pull it off, and it'll set in place. So don't fret over it. It's pretty easy. I just finished it, you know. It is a nice addition. So this is a 21 Adventure Sport ES-DCT model. And this is Honda's center stand of it just installed on it. So, all right, hopefully this is helpful, everybody. Thanks for watching.